Hi everyone, I hope you're having a good day and thank you for stopping in. If you're not a channel member and you would like the information to become a channel member, there is a join button down below, and in my description box there is a link. You can click on that. It will take you into the channel membership area and you could read the information and decide if that's something you would like to do. Also, down below near the subscribe button, there is a new feature that was added, and it's called Super Thanks, and I'll pop a little picture up of what that looks like so you can see. It's a little heart with a dollar sign and it says thanks to it, and that's basically like a tip jar for the creator. So if maybe channel membership is not something that you can do, but you can support the channel by using Super Thanks, that would greatly be appreciated. And when you comment, when you do Super Thanks, your comment will appear differently, and so everyone will know that you donated to the channel. Also, I have a birthday card club. If anyone is interested, that information is in my description box, and I would love to be able to mail you out a birthday card for your special day. Just getting ready to mail out the May birthdays, and it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Just do not send me your birth date. Tell me you were born in the beginning of June. That's sufficient. And your name and address so that I can mail it out to you. Does not matter where you live. It's a stamp. Whether it's a U.S. stamp or an international stamp, it doesn't matter. It's something I would like to do to help recognize you, thank you for your support, and recognize your special day. And if you have the card for the whole month, because you're at the end, I mail them out so that it covers the entire month. So I'm just mailed all of my May cards, and it's the end of April, so that you have the card the whole month. I think that's basically it. Oh, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and join the channel. Cost you nothing. It's free to join, but you can be notified of all my videos that I upload and qualify to enter all of my giveaways. You have to be a verified subscriber to enter my giveaways. Today, what we're doing is the Q&A answers. I did a creator tag that pretty much covers all the YouTube questions that I received, and I received many of those. So I will refer everyone back to the creator tag video, and I will put it in an iCard, which I think will pop up here, a little eye in a circle, and I'll link that video if you want to watch that. And because I was going to still answer the YouTube questions, but I figured it's going to take too much time. I have quite a few questions here. So let's just get started. First set of questions came from Janet. I'm just going to use your first name. I won't use your last name. And she had 7 questions. If you could get makeup PR, who would you get it from? I touched on that a little bit in my creator tag. It would be ColourPop. I love ColourPop. I don't currently own a ton from them. I do have a few, and think that their formula is good. I think that they're a good makeup brand. I think they're affordable, and they have so many launches that you can find something that you love, regardless, whether it's this collection or that collection. I think it pretty much will meet most criteria for most people. So I love ColourPop. If you could get hair care PR, who would it be from? I love the brand Wow, and it's a 10 for my hair. So if I could get on PR for either one of those companies, I would love it, because I currently use their products all the time and love them. There are like shampoo brands that I would like, but I am a little bit more fussy when it comes to what shampoo and conditioner I use. So, and then another one, if you could get skincare PR, who would it be from? I love Sunday Riley. I would love to get PR from them. From Huda Beauty, I love her. Wishful line, I think it's very nice. You know, Marc Jacobs skincare, and, you know, Tarte. There's just so many skincare lines I'd love. That was her 3rd question. 4th question, what box would you never get rid of? She's like, I think I know the answer, but, you know, and this would be a toss-up for me. It's BoxyCharm and Facery. I will never get rid of Facery because I love doing the masks, and that's very affordable. And I have loved BoxyCharm from day one, and still love BoxyCharm as a favorite. So moving forward, it would probably still be BoxyCharm. Now, I know with Ipsy owning BoxyCharm, I'm just going to touch on this real quickly. I saw a few videos and people panicking. There's no need for panic. We all know Ipsy bought BoxyCharm. It is what it is. I think that what's going to happen moving forward is there's always going to be Boxy base and Ipsy base, their regular glam bag. And then they're always going to have their high-end Luxe and X. I don't think that's going to overly change. I think the middle of the road is going to change, the premium and the plus. I think the premium is going to go away. And I kind of thought that when they stopped sending it out in PR for the BoxyCharm PR people, that they're going to eliminate that box and just do one for both brands. Because now it's one company, but BoxyCharm and Ipsy. So I think it's still going to be one in the middle, but it's going to be, I forget what they're going to call it. Boxy by Ipsy or Ipsy Box. I forget the wording of that mid-range, the Ipsy Plus and the Boxy Premium. So it's just going to be one now. There's not going to be three on each side. Like, people were like, I'm confused and I don't understand. There's nothing to be confused about. It's that simple. I think they're just going to get rid of the mid-range, combine it, and just have it be one for both companies. You know, sometimes I don't get it. I think sometimes people post videos just for the hype. I'm not into that. What YouTubers inspired you and still inspire you? I don't know if I hit that on the creator tag. That's hard for me because people that I watched in the beginning, I no longer watch, or I only watch sporadically. So I don't want to even mention those. Two channels that I watched from the beginning that I still watch, Makeup Molly and Kelly Strack. Love both of them because they're completely honest. They have plenty of paid sponsorships and paid collabs and paid this. But if they don't like it, they don't like it. And they still state it, or they tell you it's patchy or it's not worth it. It's better not to get like a collection palette. Just get the regular ones. They're cheaper and they work just as well. Like, I appreciate honesty. And I believe that they both are very honest with you. So those are my two go-to when I want a makeup review, honestly. I still love watching Tati, but I think the Tati from the past was too high on the pedestal, where now she's more grounded, and I don't mind watching her, but I don't watch every video she puts out anymore. She also asked, have you always lived in Pennsylvania? My answer is yes. She also asked, Paris is your favorite place. Where else would you like to go? I would love to explore more of Eastern Europe, Italy, Germany, Switzerland, the Netherlands, Holland, and of course I would love to go back to Paris again. I would probably go to Paris again before I would hit other Eastern Europe countries, but I still would love to see a lot more of Eastern Europe. I've seen a lot of the U.S., been to Hawaii, would love to go to Alaska, but that's United States. But Europe intrigues me just because of the old world history of it. I really have no desire to go to England, London, any of that. But I would go, but like, or Ireland, and Irish heritage, but I don't know about those countries. Not sure. Moving on to the next person, Susan. Thank you for your questions. How many boxes do you receive each month? So I'm not sure if you mean receive as in PR or how many boxes I have each month. I basically have a box for each day. Sometimes I do videos like this, but the majority of my videos are unboxings. I probably get 7-ish a month that are in PR, if that's how you meant that. Her second question was, how often do you film? I try to film twice a week. I might do several videos each sitting, just because it's easier for me than try to film every day. Sometimes I film 3 times a week, but I don't like to. It's because the rest of the process is time consuming. The editing, the uploading, the description, like all that is more time consuming than the actual filming of a video. So twice a week is my comfort zone. Next set of questions comes from Tanisha. Any box you are thinking of or in dilemma to stop? No, because I've already gotten rid of them if there was any question or concern. So everything that I receive and pay for, I am completely happy with. Her next question, any particular affordable nice lipstick or blush you recommend? I love e.l.f. Lip products. I love Milani blushes and lip products. You know, you can't go wrong with, you know, any of the drugstore brands, the CoverGirls, the L'Oreal, the Revlons. If you're looking for affordable that you can get in drugstore, Target, Walmart, there's nothing wrong with them. There are some very good products for a wide range of their makeup lines. But right now I'm loving the e.l.f. sheer lipsticks, lip glosses. And I always love Milani. Their setting sprays are good. Their blushes are good. Their highlighters, you know, I've tried and I have quite a few Milani products. Next question, breed and age of Oreo. She is a miniature poodle mix. I'm not 100% sure on the mix. I initially, when I first got her, saw Schnauzer in her face. I don't see it so much now, but every once in a while. But she is definitely a miniature poodle. She's about 6 to 8 years old, you know, and of course that's always going to be a guess. Just because you don't know. I mean, my vet is the best person to guess ages, and he's pinned her somewhere in there. She's still, you know, young. The next thing is anything that bothers you about YouTube or anything related to it. I did answer this in my creator tag. I don't like clickbait thumbnails. They turn me off and I will stop watching, and I have. And I don't like dishonesty. And you do see a lot of that. YouTubers that put on airs or come off as knowing it all, turn off, because not one of us know it all. Not one of us are perfect. And I don't care for the clickbait at all. There's a fine line with clickbait. There's a fine line to being creative with your thumbnail and overstepping that fine line and heading towards clickbait. I'll give you an example. I follow a YouTuber from Canada, and he just got a Sprinter van. So in his thumbnail, I'm taking the Sprinter van to the dump. So did he allude to getting rid of the Sprinter van? Yeah, you know, that's that fine line. But actually in his video, he did take his Sprinter van to the dump. But he had a bunch of trash in the back of his Sprinter van, which I did know he was not getting rid of it because he just bought it. And he was going to the dump and getting rid of a lot of recycling items from his garage and that were in the van, and because they're going to be redoing the van and make it like a travel van, camper van type thing. So that was that's where he was at the fine line. Creativity, yes. He did not come out and be like, oh, you know, this is bad, horrible news, blah, 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 like all these types of clickbait. And then when you watch the video, it's all flowers and butterflies and everything's wonderful and I love it. So that's clickbait. You're trying to grab a view and a click based upon a negativity in your thumbnail. So you're going for the view and the click, not actually having great content, in my opinion. So there is that fine line. So that's a turnoff for me. I don't like it. Why are you so generous, and what made you so? No, I don't necessarily know if I can answer that. I've always wanted to give back, help. You know, if I have something and you're in need of it and I don't need it, I'm more than happy to share and give it away. If I'm not using it, what's the purpose of me keeping it? I've always been big on, you know, when I go through my switching my clothes for each season, if I haven't worn it that last season, I'm not going to move it into the other side of my closet, which is where I keep my winter versus summer clothes. I'm just going to pack it up and donate it because I didn't wear it at all this past winter. I doubt I'm going to wear it the following winter, so I just give it away. So I really don't have an answer. That's just the way I am. I don't know. The next set of questions comes from Susan's Just Making It. She has a channel name, so I'll use that. What profession did or do you have? I worked in the medical field for, I don't know, under 20 years. And prior to that, I was in the financial field. What made you start YouTube? I'll refer back for YouTube questions to my creator tag. So that she had another YouTube question, so that I'll keep back. Oh, she had quite a few questions. Okay, I have them all printed out here. She also asked if you could only keep one skincare item, what would it be? Moisturizer, because without that, forget it. That dry, patchy, nasty looking skin. So if it was only one skincare item, it would be moisturizer. If you could only keep one makeup item, what would it be? And that's hard for me, between brows and lipstick. I would probably rather have better looking brows than lips, but that would be a toss-up for me there, which one I would pick. I don't know. What is your favorite subscription box? It's always going to be BoxyCharm. Always has been, always will be. What is your favorite skincare or makeup brand? Skincare, my favorite is Sunday Riley, but I have a whole list of favorites. Makeup brand, I do like ColourPop. I would say ColourPop for makeup. I like e.l.f. now too, since I did the mystery bundle and the haul. I'm really liking their stuff. What other hobbies or interests do you have outside of YouTube? I love doing not crossword puzzles, but physical puzzles. I love to garden. I love to paint. I am an acrylic artist. Also, I haven't had too much time for that lately, but do want to get back into that. Next set of questions comes from Dutch Monique. She has a channel on YouTube. What inspired you to start a YouTube channel? I answered that on my creator tag. What profession did you practice? I was in the medical field and then financial field prior to that. Probably 15, 20 years for each. If you had to choose between makeup or skincare, what would you choose? Skincare all the way. I am a strong believer in skincare first. Without good skincare, your makeup is not going to look good. If you have a good palette to put that makeup on, it's much better. Your makeup looks that much better. Your makeup can still look good without a good skincare routine, but why would you want to put makeup on? It would be like me using bad paint on a palette. I'm not going to get the results that I want. So you have a good palette, which is your face and your neck and your hands. Don't forget all that. Your makeup is going to apply better and perform better and last better and look better. And you'll be much happier with a good skincare routine. Whatever you can afford, as long as you do skincare, and don't wait till you're 40, 50 to start. Skincare should be started teenager in your 20s. We're all out in the sun. We're all, with the environment and all the free radicals. Start skincare, even if it's just a nighttime routine. Start somewhere. Next set of questions is from Donna. Thank you. What clothing subscription box works best for you? Consists in sending you the style you like and the correct sizing. I would have to say Stitch Fix. Out of the ones that I have received up to this point, most items that I like, sizing has been pretty good. I don't love their pricing though all the time. I am trying a new box. I should have it coming in May. We Blessing. I'm going to give that a try just to see. I might go back to Fashion. I don't know. All the others were too pricey. I'm not willing to spend that kind of money on casual clothing. If I needed something dressy, that's different, but I don't want to spend a lot for a t-shirt. I'm not spending $50 and $60 for a t-shirt when I can get it for $10. I'm just not. What percentage of your boxes you open on your channel or PR versus boxes you purchase? I don't know the percentage top off. I would have to figure that out. I get about 7-ish boxes a month in PR. The rest I do pay for. What category of subscription box do you enjoy filming the most? And she listed you like beauty, snacks, drinks, lifestyle, or pet toys, etc. I would say lifestyle boxes, especially when I don't know what's in them. I think that is way more fun. FabFitFun, I do still love that box too, but I know what's going to be in that each month, but still love a lifestyle box. On average, how many hours per week do you spend on all aspects of your channel? I would say at least 30 hours a week between filming, editing, doing research, because I still, am watching other channels and things like that. Kitty gave me some questions, but they were all YouTube questions. So refer back to my creator tag. I did answer all those. Ugly Gorgeous Gal, she has a YouTube channel. What is your favorite mint mongoose piece? Well, I no longer get mint mongoose. But I would say they're rings, and they were far and few in between, but I do enjoy their rings and earrings, both, but rings are my favorite. What are your favorite kind of videos to make? I like doing all of them, but like I said, lifestyle boxes are the most exciting to open, as long as I don't know what's inside. Karen, thank you for your questions. If you could talk to your younger self, is there a profession over the years looking back that you would study? Absolutely. I always wanted to be a court reporter, but never did anything with it because I started working in the financial field right from high school and stuck with it for a long time, and then switched over to the medical field. But always, anything to do with the court has always intrigued me, but I would have loved to have been a court reporter. What have been some learning experiences, good or bad, for you during the pandemic shutdown? The human contact is necessary. I could never be like a hermit or stay in all the time. I think you do have to see people. I think that just sparks life into you. And you can get depressed staying in your house way too easy. Not seeing family and friends during all that time, and not being able to celebrate birthdays and holidays and milestones that happened through the pandemic were a struggle. But, you know, I'm glad that's over with and hopefully stays over with. What is your desert island makeup products or product? She said product, but I'm going to say products. Brow and lip products are a must. I think with those two, you could pull off most anything else. What is your favorite comfort food? Tacos. I make vegan tacos, but I replace the meat with black beans, and, you know, I don't use the sour cream and things like that because I don't use that, but tacos are my favorite. What would be a splurge unboxing for you if cost was not a factor? I like cohorted. I think that comes from the UK, but that's expensive, and that's a monthly box, so I can't afford that like that, because that's like a brand takeover box. Love that. There's a box out there, and I think it's called Wanderlust. It's quarterly. I think it's about $70-ish, maybe upwards, but I like that box too. That's, you know, a lifestyle box, not in my budget. So there are two that I could think of off the top of my head. Next set of questions. I think it's just a few. Anne, over the course of your channel, what would you say has been the best and worst subscription that you have had encountered? Worst, I'd rather not say. They're just no longer here. And it necessarily wasn't, it was the company, not the products or the box itself. It was the company. Best boxes that I no longer get, but they were still phenomenal boxes because the companies had issues. I loved Selfie Box, but they had problems, and I believe they were more financial issues, and I got out before they ran into too many issues. But that I'll just leave it there. I'm not going to bash a company or anything like that. Next question is from Candy. If you had to let all but one palette go, what palette would you keep? And that was so simple for me. I'm right in Urban Decay, my Naked palette. I have repurchased and repurchased. I will always have that in my collection. To go to, I love that palette. I know they don't make it anymore, so I made sure I bought a brand new one so that I had it for a while. And when, you know, when that one's done, it's done, unless I could buy it, but I doubt. From Trisha, thanks for your questions. What are your favorite 6 products that you use often? Brow, I use every day. Lipstick, I use every day. Moisturizer, I use every day. A toner, I use every day. Foundation, that's 5. On a daily, not every day, but mascara. I used to wear mascara every single day, but now occasional. What do you do for fun in your free time? I answered that already. I love to paint, you know, doing jigsaw puzzles, you know, puzzle books, gardening, things like that. I was going to do my editing of this video, and like 1, 2, two people's questions were gone, and two other people, one of their questions was missing. I'm like, where did that clip go? So I'm coming back much later and answering them. Yeah, I could have just put it up or said that I missed a few questions, but I forgot. I have time. So this is question number 3 from Trisha. If you watch TV, what is your favorite show that you don't want to miss seeing? I really don't watch TV. My TV is rarely on. Occasionally it is. It just, depends. But every summer I watch Big Brother. I've been doing it. I think last summer was season 23, if I'm not mistaken. And this summer will be 24. So I do enjoy watching Big Brother, but it is just a summer show. Starts in June and ends up September, somewhere along there. But I love watching that. So thanks for those questions. The next person is Sherry. Her question is, if you could get PR, what makeup brand would you like to get? I've answered that, ColourPop. But there's, I would love to get Tarte, PR, Elf. I'm trying to think what other, I'm sure there's a million other brands out there that I would love. But ColourPop comes to mind first. Sarah's question is, what or who inspired you to do a YouTube channel? I'll refer back to the creator tag for that. Karen has a few questions, and I think I just missed her first. Yeah, this question. It says, you mentioned in prior unboxings you are vegan. Can you give us an idea of what a breakfast, lunch, and dinner would look like? I mean, I can. It's not like I am not such a strict vegan. I'm more of like vegetarian that leans into vegan, I should say. I mean, I don't eat any meat, fish, chicken, any of that stuff. So that's where the vegan side comes in. I don't use like a lot of dairy and things like that. So that all falls towards the vegan side. But why I have to say like vegetarian vegan is I still love cheddar cheese, finely shaved or finely cut, to add on to like nachos and tacos and things like that. So, and I don't like vegan cheese. If I did, then I would be definitely vegan. But so therefore I have to say vegetarian, because that's not true vegan if you use like milk-based or cow-based cheese, because, you wouldn't. Breakfast for me, I generally am not a big breakfast person. I have my couple cups of coffee in the morning, usually 2. Depending on what kind of night I had or how tired I am, I might have 3 cups. And that's over like a 2-hour period in the morning. I might skip breakfast. And please don't do as I do. Skipping breakfast is probably the worst thing you could do. It's what fuels your body for the day. And sometimes I wonder why I'm dragging a little bit. Well, yeah, I just had coffee and that's it. But if I do have breakfast, I like to toast like a bagel and put butter and jelly on it. Sometimes just jelly. Sometimes I just eat it plain, untoasted, and have that. Lunch, I'm not really big on lunch. If I do, it might be like, just like picking at stuff like veggies, or like I spend, when we get our food orders, usually twice a month, we get like the larger food orders, all the fruit and veggies, I will take one, day, couple hours, and I will prep all the fruit and all the veggies. If things are not ready to eat, you're more prone not to eat them and then grab for the stuff that you really shouldn't be eating. So I will break down all the, the broccoli and the cauliflower and cut up all the carrots and slice all the peppers, and onions not so much, because that's easy to do as you need it. But this, like cucumbers and just things like that, then if they're already pre-cut, like I did that with a cucumber this past week, cut it, put it in I use Lock and Lock containers. I think they're the best containers out there. But all those like seal ones are fine. And, put it in a container. And then I noticed all week, I'd grab 2, 3, 4 of them and eat them just as a quick little snack. And before I knew it, I ate the whole cucumber, but that's okay. They're bought to eat. So lunchtime, it's usually that kind of stuff. Dinner, a lot of salads that I make for dinner. I have a lot of that stuff. Like I will freeze all the pepper slices in a freezer bag. And then as I need them for salad, I pull them out and just chop them up and have all that for salad. I don't put a ton of lettuce for my salad. I enjoy more all the sides that go with the salad. I mean, I will add, and I don't mind frozen peas. I will add frozen peas, and it's easy to thaw them out. I put them in a little strainer, run some cold water over them, let them sit for like 5 minutes, and they're thawed. I don't cook them or anything like that. So frozen peas, I'll cut up my peppers and have them. I prefer green peppers, but I'll use any color pepper or whatever I have. I add a little bit of the cheese. I put sunflower seeds on my salad. I will add sometimes black beans, kidney beans. I love like a 3-bean salad, and like it comes in like a vinaigrette-ish type of dressing. And I drain most of that off just because I put a different dressing on. Like adding that adds protein. I'm trying to think what other stuff I add to my salad. You know, sometimes croutons, you know, all that good stuff. But I enjoy a good salad for dinner. Sometimes my dinner is just the sides, depending on what I'm making. You know, I'll have a baked potato and the vegetables. I am not a big frozen vegetable person. I prefer fresh vegetables. I just think they taste way better. Frozen vegetables just like taste like frozen water to me. They're flavorless, except peas. Peas, you know, I'm not going to get any other way frozen. I am not pulling peas from the pod. So I'll eat a lot of the sides. You know, I don't eat pasta anymore. I completely cut that out of my diet. Just to me, wasted calories personally. Now if I go out to a decent Italian restaurant, yeah, I'll order pasta because I don't eat it at home, but like that's not even once a year. Maybe once a year I'll eat it. You know, nice salad, some breadsticks, and a decent dinner. Or I'll just like, tonight, I just had vegetables for my dinner. Not a lot of protein, but I had some protein earlier. I eat a lot of peanut butter. I like the peanut butters to go. They're in a little cup. I just grab some saltines or Ritz crackers or whatever kind of crackers I have and have some peanut butter, because you do need to watch that you are consuming enough protein, since I'm not getting it from other sources. So, you know, I don't mind like lentil soups and things like that, or vegetarian vegetable soups, but you need that protein added to it. So I don't like you would think I would love potato soup, but usually that's creamy. I don't like anything creamy. So I love hummus, but only if I make it, because I don't like it real creamy. It's a texture thing. So I prefer it to be a little bit more chunky. So if I want that, I would just rather make it myself. I love chickpeas. If I have them, sometimes I put them in salad. I don't have chickpeas and haven't had them here for a while. I always forget to order them. I have my food delivered. It's, you know, so much easier. I always forget about chickpeas, but I love adding them to salads. Trying to think what else. There's not a whole lot that I really like to eat. I mean, yeah, I love onion rings, and potatoes are always an easy thing when you're vegetarian or vegan, but you got to watch that because they're high in their carbs. So that's where you know, can put on weight. I guess there's always that myth, you know, that, oh, if you're a vegan, you should be, you know, super skinny, and not necessarily. It depends on how you eat. There are just a few examples, but I eat a lot of vegetables. And when I worked in the hospital, every day I had a salad for lunch. I worked there for 14 plus years. I had a salad every day for lunch. Sometimes I would just grab real quick if I didn't have time, you know, something to drink and a soft pretzel. Yeah, that wasn't the best, but then I made sure I ate better at nighttime. I do love pizza, but I don't put the mozzarella cheese on it, so I just get like tomato pie stuff. You know, not really great for protein, but if everybody's having pizza, you know, I still enjoy it, but just without the cheese. That's all. So there's ways around it, but I am not a big food person to start with. I actually don't care for food. Like if I could survive and not eat, I would rather do that. It's a texture thing with me. If food leaves an aftertaste in my mouth that I don't like that I'm constantly tasting for hours later, then I'm like, I don't want that. Like I love Chinese food, but you know, I can only get, like there's a good and I think it's like Szechuan broccoli in like a garlic sauce, and I have cashews put on it, and then I eat that over, you know, white rice. That's really good. I don't get that a lot. I get the, you know, the spring rolls, which are all, you know, vegetables, and, you know, I don't eat the soups or anything like that. Eat a lot of brown rice, sometimes white rice. It just really depends. Brown rice, I like to add nuts to it because it has a nutty taste anyway. I love brown rice and cashews. I have my own rice steamer, so I make my own rice. I love adding like the cranberries to salads and sometimes to the rice too, a nut and the cranberry. So you get the crunch and the chew. I eat like a ton of pistachios and just all kinds of seeds and things like that. I guess that's basically it for that. I mean, they're just a few examples, not much. So I think they were the questions that sort of got lost somewhere. That I don't know what happened to the clip. So now let's continue with what I filmed earlier. If I want a snack, I love popcorn. I love Smart Foods, white cheddar popcorn. I like making popcorn. You know, yeah, I eat like everybody else. I like potato chips and Doritos, but I try not to snack on that too much. So thank you for that question. Ashley sent in, what is your favorite makeup brand and why? I love ColourPop. I know I've been saying that. I just think there's so much variety and a lot of new launches. So I think something will work for every one of us at some point. And I think they're affordable and they have a good product. Jean sent in, how many clothing boxes do you subscribe to? Right now it's 2, Stitch Fix and Drape Fit, but I am adding We Blessing, so technically it'll be 3. Drape Fit might go and get canceled if this next box is not any good, and I'm going to try We Blessing and see what I think, because that's a lot more affordable. I might at some point pull away from Stitch Fix if I just don't, I can't afford all their clothing. So if I keep 1 or 2 pieces, you know, that's still fine. But, you know, I feel bad for the stylist because I'm sure they work on commission. But, you know, it is what it is. Next questions are from Jenna. Thanks, Jenna. What is your favorite childhood memory? That was a tough one for me. I can always, every time I think of my childhood, I just think of the fun that we had playing outside. And I see little kids playing outside today. But most kids don't. I'm sorry, my nose is itchy. Don't play outside like we did. I mean, we were outside from when we could in the morning and come in for lunch, go right back out. Come in for dinner, go right back out until we were called in, you know, when it got dark. We played. You know, we jumped rope, we played jacks, we ran around, we rode bikes, we roller skated. We did all those types of things. Hopscotch. You know, we had a pool growing up, so we would be out there swimming. And so they're just childhood memories that, you know, we didn't have cell phones and computers, and we had 1 TV in our house at that point. It was in our family room. No remote controls, you know, it was like a handful of channels. We were the remotes. You know, my dad, you'd be like, go change the channel. We'd all have family. I do remember when we got a second TV, it was put in our living room. We would all, you know, after baths, get a little bowl of ice cream and maybe some pretzels or whatever, and all go into the living room, and we'd lay on the floor and we'd watch TV as a family. Like, there's just things like that I remember, you know, going down the shore, everybody getting in the car and going down the shore for the weekend or for whatever, the week. Just all that, you know, growing up that I'm grateful for. You know, I lost my dad when I was a teenager. So, you know, I don't have many memories as adult with my dad, but I cherish the ones that I have as a child and as an early teen. But lots of great childhood memories. So thanks for that, Jenna. If you can travel, where would you visit? Well, I would head back to Paris immediately. I miss it. It's been a long time. It's probably been 10 years since I've been there. But I want to see other Eastern European countries. Italy, Germany, Switzerland, Holland, the Netherlands. Not so much Ireland, even though, like I said before, that's my father's side. That would be lower on my list. England would be lower on my list. But I still would love to go, just to go to, like, you know, Big Ben and like certain, you know, the Tower, I think it's the Tower Bridge, is that right? Certain landmarks, but I'm intrigued by all the old world history. Like what I remember when I went to Paris walking around, they have a lot of like the poles along the curbs. You know, I guess cars can't jump and get all the pedestrians. From just constantly looking up, I was banging into them with my hips. I had black and blue hips by the time I came home because I was in awe, just always staring up at the buildings and just loving, just taking in every moment. And we were there for a little bit over a week and was sad to come home, unfortunately. But, you know, vacations end. I would head back to Paris immediately. What is your favorite holiday? I don't necessarily know if I have a favorite holiday. You know, obviously as kids, you know, everybody loves Christmas and all that stuff. Anymore, it's too commercialized and stuff like that. I think Thanksgiving, if I had to pick one, because it's a gathering holiday where you get together with your family and friends and just celebrate over a meal, whatever you make for Thanksgiving. I mean, we still do turkey and all that kind of stuff, but whatever you make for your holiday, I think Thanksgiving is more about the gathering and the fellowship versus the food, and that's probably my favorite if I had to pick one. Next question, what is that? Is from Rhonda. What boxes did you not subscribe back to for this year? Glow Addict was one. Mint Mongoose was another. Can't think of any others off the top of my head. Melinda has a question or two. Who is your dream luxury brand company to get PR from? I would probably say luxury brand. Huda Beauty, House Labs, Marc Jacobs, Dior. I love Guerlain. There's quite a few high-end brands, but not so much high-end. ColourPop for that. I would love PR from e.l.f. I think they're phenomenal now, too. What drugstore company would you like to work with? I would say e.l.f. I am an e.l.f. believer. The products that I did get in my mystery bundle in my haul, I love and use all the time. And I have a huge order in my cart for e.l.f. to try more. So I would love to work with them. But I would probably for drugstore, Revlon, Maybelline, CoverGirl, Milani. There's so many that I think would be phenomenal to work with. Allie's question is, what is the first makeup product you remember buying? I had to think back a long time on that one. I remember buying single eyeshadow little packs from CoverGirl. You bought the shades you wanted. We didn't buy palettes. We didn't. I'm sure they made them. We just didn't buy them. You bought singles and you bought the shades that you wanted, the pans you wanted. So I would say eyeshadow singles. Gayatri, are you a travel person? When I was younger, yes, all over the place. And I've seen a lot of the U.S., been to Hawaii. Not so much now. As I got older, you know, it's a little harder to travel. I have dogs. So I don't, you know, really go away, owning pets because they are my priority, not my vacation. I know some people still go on vacation. I did go to Disney when I had, just Patches. I didn't have Oreo yet. And my sister could not go because her husband had back surgery. So she watched Patches. But, to go away is impossible when you have dogs if you don't have somebody to watch them. And I can't, like, if I were to go away, my mom can't watch them because, you know, she can't be responsible for 2 dogs. It's not her responsibility. It's mine. They're my dogs. What is your favorite destination? Hawaii was a favorite until I went to Paris. Then Paris became my favorite. But those 2 are my favorite destinations so far. Paris is in my heart and would live there if I could. Next question is from Cananello. How many sub boxes do you receive per month? I get a box almost for every day. Sometimes not because I do videos like this, but pretty much, you know, 25-ish boxes, maybe something like that. Next question is from Peach Rose. Do you live in the city or the country? And have you always done so? Yes, I live in a very large city. And I live in the suburbs of that city. So I'm not in the heart of the city. I'm further out, almost out of the city. But I still technically live in the city. Rhonda's question is, what are the names of the new boxes you subscribed to in 2022? Drape Fit is one. I just joined We Blessings, which are clothing boxes, but no other beauty boxes. That's the end of the questions. I have not found any beauty boxes that I care to pay money for, or even to get for free. There's nothing out there that I truly want. I mean, I look constantly. I scan, the internet to see if there's anything new popping out. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I do a lot of research out there, just like scanning. Is there anything new? What's it like? I watch and think, I'm not just going to get boxes for the sake of getting boxes and then not using any of the product and having to give it away. That's expensive, paying for the box and then paying for the shipping. I'm grateful for my channel members because all that money that comes in from that goes to shipping, but it doesn't cover everything. I mean, YouTube takes a percentage. I don't get 100% of that. But it is what it is for that. I give as much away as I possibly can and that I can afford to ship. I don't over promise giveaways and then not have the money to ship them. I don't always ship right away. I still get DMs, like, did my box ship? I would appreciate you not doing that. I find that very annoying. If you win a giveaway and that goes up on Sunday, I'm not running out to the post office on Monday to mail your box. It's just not going to happen. I don't go to the post office every week. I still want to limit my exposure out there, that I don't know what other people, how they are protecting themselves. I don't want to get sick. I don't want to bring anything into my home where my mother's going to get sick at 92 years old. So I will let you know when I mail your package and give you the tracking information, but please don't DM me. I mean, if it's been a month, yes, please DM me. But if it's been not even a week, please don't. It's just not necessary. I mean, I know creators take weeks to mail giveaways. I try not to do that, but depending on what's going on in my life, how my back is feeling, can I get to the post office? Sometimes I just cannot. I have a busy life and YouTube is part of it, but it doesn't mean that I can just run out to the post office whenever I want. Like I said, I limit my exposure out there. Still, I might only go once every 2 weeks, so you might have to wait a week. And I do apologize for that now, but please know that up front. Now, if I am planning to go to the post office on, let's say I'm going on Monday, but you don't get back to me till Tuesday or Wednesday, well, I just went. So I'm not going till the following week. So, it really, I'll let you know. Trust me, I don't forget about my giveaway winners. And I will let you know when your package is mailed and give you the tracking. So please don't DM me unless it's been weeks and weeks and weeks and you've heard nothing, because I've never done that. But, there's always a possibility. When somebody wins, I take that box and I move it to where my handbag is kept, so that I see the box, so that I got to go to the post office. And then I'm like, okay, I can go on Thursday, and then something happens and I can't. So sometimes I say I'm going to go out tomorrow or Wednesday, and then I can't. So I feel bad doing that, but I get to the post office when I can. So please, please try to limit your DMs for that. Did my box ship yet? And you'll get it. Trust me, I have never not mailed out a giveaway. So that's the end of the questions. I appreciate everyone who submitted questions, and I appreciate all. You didn't have to submit a question if you didn't have one, or you didn't want to ask one. That's fine. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I'll catch you all in my next video. Bye-bye now.